Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna do a couple more quick videos for y'all. I'm over here on a job site I've been working on the past few weeks, on and off. And today I'm gonna be going over my U17 excavator, doing a 140-hour review on it. And just kind of go over, I'm going to be making another video about this machine, then comparing the two machines. But this one's just on the excavator, and going over the attachments I got for it, like smooth bucket, tooth bucket, and this ripper. And kind of go over if I think this was a good choice or a good purchase. And to start out, so I'll kind of go over the story. I did the first video on this machine towards the beginning of the year when I bought it. I bought it in March. As many of y'all know that talked to me and that have watched the first video, y'all know this is the first piece of equipment, construction equipment, that I've bought, and also the first piece of equipment I financed. And I'm very thankful for that because it's just allowed me to grow my business so much more. So the whole reason I got this thing in the first place was I didn't even really need it. I just needed something to finance to build me credit for my truck that I got. And so my mom, wanted me to find something to finance, and found this. And it worked out great because I had a job. I had 3 jobs in a week that I was going to do with the mini excavator that I was going to rent. And I ended up just buying this, and it actually worked out great because rain happened that week. And so it pushed a lot of those jobs to the following week. And so when I went to the dealer, they were telling me, the monthly payment on one of these is basically the rental fee for a week. So I was like, oh, okay. And talked to my mom, and she co-signed me on the loan. And fast forward, I bought it in end of February. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September, November. It's almost 9 months now later. And I've got 140 hours on it. I've kept it busy, my spare time, and it's built me credit to finance half my truck in my name and finance this thing in full in my name. And so it turned out great, and I'm about to pay it off here soon, so I can go finance something else. But how do I feel this machine is for what it is? Is it the first machine you should buy? Well, this machine has 140 hours on it since March. That machine that I bought in August, I believe, has 60 hours on it. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, 63.3 hours on that. So total, I've put 200 hours on 2 pieces of equipment together. I haven't done the math, but this thing's a Swiss Army knife with the bunch of attachments you can get for it. This thing itself is handy as well, just because it's so, you can do a lot of things with it too. Since I started out with this machine, it's been able to do a lot of things. I could still move pallets around. I just put one end of the pallet against the blade and one end of the pallet against the bucket and lifted it up. So it's like a forklift. You just can't lift it all the way up. This thing can pick up some pretty heavy stuff if you push it against the blade, or have the blade down and lift it up with the arm. So this thing's just been really good. It's been handy. I've dug flower beds, French drains, grading with it. It's not the best thing to grade with, but it's better grading than that thing is, at least in my opinion, for what I'm used to. I actually enjoy operating this thing more than that, which is kind of funny. But this thing's good for just cleaning up areas like brush, thickets. Of course, it's not a 8-ton excavator or anything like that, so it does smaller work. But for residential, to get your foot in the door, if you know you're doing lawns on the side. I mean, I've offered this service to a lot of customers, and it's, you know, made me some serious money, saved me some time, and it's getting my foot in the door for bigger things. So I think you can't go wrong with either one of those, which again, I'll touch deeper into that in another video. But to go over the machine, confirm it has 140 hours on it. Just got done using it for the day, 141.9. Nothing much has gone wrong with this machine that wasn't my fault. So I ripped the original door off on accident, replaced that. That was on me. There's a hose for the hydraulic blade, which, that's not good. Yeah, that one right there, that got caught on a piece of rebar that I didn't see, so sort of my fault, sort of not, just shit happens kind of thing. Replace that. The two things that did happen that weren't my fault was the fuel solenoid went bad in the middle of somebody's driveway, so that had to get replaced and towed to the dealer. And then when the dealer put on my thumb, they had plumbed it backwards to where the thumb hydraulics, or the bucket hydraulics, were hooked up to the thumb hydraulics, and the thumb hydraulics were hooked up to the bucket hydraulics. So the bucket had no power, but the thumb had a lot of power. So that had to get switched around because I literally could not do anything with it because it didn't have the power to dig. But other than that, it's been good. I put those lights on it. I did break this light that I repaired one time, kind of half-assed with the LED light, and then put an OEM one on it. Once I decided to swallow the 117 bucks this light cost. It's actually funny, this light cost 117 bucks, and then the kit for those canopy lights was 117 bucks. So I don't know why that one's more expensive. So I kind of went over in another video how this thing runs, so go watch that video. But I'm kind of trying to keep this short, but I don't know if I showed it in the video. I don't have it on me, but I had a trailer hitch thing made there that just pins onto the bucket or the blade to move trailers around. I actually got an attachment for that to move trailers around, so I don't hardly use that one anymore. But I have the 18-inch digging bucket, 24-inch smooth bucket, 12-inch trenching bucket, and then this custom-made ripper here, two-fang ripper, which I'm gonna take back to the welder that made it and just make these. I'm gonna have 3 slots for rippers and just make them removable, so I can have a 3-fang, a 2-fang, or a 1-fang. That's it for attachments, really. I'm gonna go get a skeleton bucket and then a 36-inch cleaning bucket for this as well. But yeah, this thing's been really nice to me, and I'd recommend it to anybody. The U17, actually, I almost got a smaller unit, which would be a U10. And the dealer talked me into getting this one, and I'm glad they did, because the U10 was a lot smaller. And the reason why I wanted it was it had the foldable ROPS, so I could fit it into my actual storage unit and not have to store it outside. But this thing, I wouldn't have been able to do a lot of this stuff if I didn't have this size machine, so I'm very thankful my dealer talked me into the bigger one. And at first, this thing felt like, you know, like very intimidating operating it, and now it's like nothing. So it's really smooth. And the one complaint I have about it, I mean, I can't really complain about it because it's small. I mean, this thing has a lot of power for how small it is, but I wish this thumb had a little bit more hydraulic power so it could hold things better. Because like if I'm trying to grab something, I have to keep my foot on that pedal, constantly having hydraulic flow going through that to keep it like biting into something. 'Cause if I just pin something heavy up and I didn't, it'd just drop it. So other than that, that's it. And this thing's been an absolute workhorse, and I'll keep y'all updated on how it's doing. I'm gonna do video on that trailer, my new equipment trailer. I actually sold that dump trailer that was mine to this customer. And I'm gonna do a video on this one real quick. So I'll see you guys in those videos here shortly.